And here we go. How successful is this Blade Master harass, really? Kaho should be ready for this. If it wasn't exposed on ladder and other tournaments before, he definitely saw that on day one by Soen, as we said. You gotta be ready for that at all times. On this map, Focus slaughtered Foggy in the early game. This shall not happen to young Kaho.
I wonder what adjustment he's gonna make. I like the scouting. Look at that. The Wisp was in the north, checking if the blade was going to that shop. He knows he's not there, so it's extremely likely that the blade is going to his shop. Gets the circlet, keeps the TP. Keeper has a skill point available, by the way. Could go entangle if he feels like it.
Oh, and snare, come on. Nah, rather running away, scared of the blade. Not too much going on here. Just feels like they're inviting each other to dance. Yeah, that was a little observer misclick. Happened to me countless times before. Yeah, they're inviting each other to dance, but nobody's willing to commit.
He did commit to the entangle first, and I'm a bit of a hat scratcher for me. Why did he do it? Just use it once on the Blade Master just to slow him down a little bit. This now extremely limits his creep possibilities. Once there's a few hunters out, then he can creep again. But until then, nothing really is attainable. And the tech keeps progressing. And there we see Lin, of course, with a big lead. That's the big advantage of this build. You can't creep early, you don't get experience early, but you get a nice, fast tech with the blade.
And then you get the Shadow Hunter earlier, and that is, of course, the most important hero in this matchup. You will find experience on the map at Creep Jacks as well, so the Blade Master will be at the necessary levels. But yeah, everything calm. He's scouting for some APs. They're not coming though. One of the more tame early games we've had all day and all tournament.
The cool thing also about this build is, if you don't sell the TP, you can dare to be aggressive with the grunts. Stay in the Night Elf's face. And if you get caught with an entangle and 3 huntresses on a grunt, it doesn't matter that much. You can save him with the TP if you want.
And you don't even need the staff for it, that the Keeper already has. There we go, exactly as Remo told you. That is a little time to creep the Keeper up, which he desperately needs.
You're gonna be clocking in level 2 here momentarily. Tier 2 finishing for Lin nice and early, perfectly timed with a burrow. Ooh, just a few seconds apart. That always satisfies the macro gourmets out there. Looks nice. And Shadow Hunter is coming, but not the worst position for Kaho, I think. Tier 2 about to finish, gonna get a second hero, and the Tree of Life will soon be ready.
Alrighty. Chip damage by Huntress, gotta be a little more careful, but with Windwalk, we can. Ooh, Lin going Torrent Totem.
Yeah.
What?
Interesting. If you don't need instant purge against the threat of the Keeper, and of course here the Keeper has been slowed down, it can be worth quite something. Spirit Link on the army with, you know, heat scrolls. We've seen it before. But it's a bit dangerous if the Keeper gets at level 3, starts attacking you, and you don't have that Dispel ready right away. Because of course, this spell is locked behind the Adept training. It's going to take quite some time.
Interesting. Didn't expect this at all, to be honest.
This, if we go 2-base, this could also make mass archers impossible, like in the super late game, you know, like both on tier 3, 70 supply and stuff, because you could go Tauren pretty easily, and boy are Taurens nice against archers.
For how many years have you been desperately calling for Taurens?
I want him! Yeah, I want him bad, Neil! I want him! They're
can't
so cute.
Always get
Little
what
Taurens.
you want, but man, I'm hoping for the best that your wish will be fulfilled. For Kaho, pretty classic. He could follow then, if it's Tauren, into tier 3 himself and get mass archers out with a lot of damage. But first, love that play by Kaho. Intercepting the creep for the Shadow Hunter, who slowed down little bit of experience here, and the Blade Master apparently doesn't find the expansion.
Oh, Kaho with a double sentry board. That is quite the contain here that Lin is facing, and that's the downside of not having Shaman. You don't have that early purge to make use of against the Entangle. Now, it's double level ups. Great steal by Kaho. Gets a level up on the Keeper, and the Alchemist may lose a bit of units here. Lin does not want to give up without a fight.
Not at all, but double level 1 looks quite sad against the 3-2 of Kaho. And he's up against Raider. Oh, that is a nice heal spray. Can he out-heal the damage with Entangle in the town portal? Kaho? Oh. Oi! I think that was a save. Yes, it was. Sweet moves, Mr. Kaho, and sweet moves, Mr. Buttcrumbs. 12 gifted subs. Much love. That is number 749.
Thank you. That is so awesome of you. This makes all of this possible for us. Support from the community. Wasn't it even 12 subs twice? Or is that a bug?
I think that's a bug. I see 12 right there. Buttcrumbs, much love. Thank you for the well wishes. Hope you're doing fine. Man, Kaho's micro is so impressive. That little Huntress save there. It doesn't mean too much in the grand scheme of this game and this series maybe, but it's just a statement maneuver saying, oh, I'm not giving up any unit here for free. You gotta fight for every single one.
Big camp here by Lin. That's also one of the big benefits of having these walkers early. Good magic damage against especially heavy armor, like the Drake, for example, at the fountain. And now I can always make use of the fountain to heal up. But what Lin doesn't have is an expansion, and perhaps no intention of going for one.
Yeah, Walker's pretty expensive. 800 gold floating at 39 food. That is a little odd by Lin, I gotta say. Huntress requires another ensnare, but it's on cooldown for yet another second, and that Huntress is saved by a staff. Kaho, I am incredibly surprised as Buttcrumbs gifting the 750th sub to Happy Birthday. Man, this guy has a sub gift game sorted out.
That's good. Very cool. Thank you. And all of a sudden, it looks like Lin is forced to go all in. With no expansion to rely on for himself, he has to now push into the enemy base. The walkers here are pretty good, but the Blade Master getting surrounded. Hold up.
This is just sad. How can you save him? There's no Windwalk. There's nothing. Blade Master destroyed. He's trying to tower up, but this feels just hopeless.
Are the walkers backfiring, or is it still enough? The Serpent Wards are still here. This is still a hard position to break if the tower's finished. Those are devastatingly strong as well against the Huntresses. Kaho has to use everything to break this hold.
Oh boy. Huntress are, getting healed now. That was nice. Kaho is losing so little. Not a single unit except the Wisps. He's trying to maneuver against the Serpent Wards, now takes care of him. The Bouncing Glaives, of course, attacking the towers as well. That threat has been broken. The second one under fire as well. Oh my god, what a hold. Kaho, an absolute machine on map 1.
The Alchemist now out of mana, but it seems like he did his job. Kodo Beast didn't devour yet. Lin perhaps a bit sloppy in this push. Blade Master seemingly going down too easily. Kodo didn't contribute optimally.
In this defense, Remo, the man lost 1 Huntress.
To be fair, I think Lin lost nothing aside from the blade.
A peon. And a blade. That's something. But yeah, you are correct. Both on a high level, that's for sure. And a Blade Master can be revived easy, as Fly has shown many times. Thank you, Name Spiels, for the 42-month resub. Happy birthday, Neo. Thank you for the support. We are regening up here for round 2. I'm in for it.
Blade Master stole the heal scroll. Lin can get 2 heal scrolls and go for the push. Shadowhunter right now, Clarity's running, picking up more items. Lin had tons of gold because he saved so many of his units. This one's not over yet. Oh, Kaho forgot about the Moonwells. He's stuck at 50.
Oh no. There we go. is rebuilding it now, but that is some time that he lost. Blade Master well equipped with double circles in the boots, heal scroll as you said, mana potion on the Shadow Hunter, still a chance for the Korean legend. Trying to decimate these production buildings. Kaho working on some upgrades. That's gonna be 1-2. More hunts streaming in, one getting entangled. Can he fight again without losses? Acid Bomb, Keeper on the menu. Will we have some deer tonight? Not just yet, as the Keeper is out of harm's way. How can you deal with these hunts and their damage?
Well, if the Alchemist is out of mana, the healing is going to be greatly limited, but now the Moonwells do finish and more Hunter's production resumes. Shadow Hunter though still has lots of mana left over. Lin, I think, should have brought a peon here to place a shop. That's the one thing that's really lacking, especially the Blade Master needs more healing. There's no level 2 heal wave yet to heal him up again.
Lin is also rich, almost 1,000 gold, you name it. The shop would have been grand. Grunts are dying quickly. Now Kaho would of course love that one heal scroll. Maybe he can retreat to a shop for a mana potion. And Snare coming in, cancelling that healing, but he got 2 solid rounds in. These Serpent Wards though, the Snake Pit has been opened and Kaho is very much invited. Now running out of mana. Deer in the front, Kaho's moving back, both with big losses, but Lin now, credit where credit is due, 2 grunts down in the process of this fight. This is amazing. Mana potion used, heal scroll, protection scroll, Kaho hanging on by a thread, but man, he is rebuilding on the right hand side and the clock is ticking in his favor.
Lin is being very cost efficient though. He's saving low HP units, sending them back to the fountain. There they are healing for free. Shadow Hunter now almost level 4. Oh, was a bit far forward, but the disenchant is there to save him. There seems to be just barely enough mana always available on these walkers, and now we have a lot of Serpent Wards here at the ready.
Exactly. How long though? They will expire, but the Shadow Hunter got the mana again. But what about the rest of the army? Feels like a lot is missing here. Maybe at the fountain. Yeah, there's definitely some units at the fountain as we see now. It's 3 of them. Great saves by Lin. Level 4 on the Alchemist. That's a bigger acid bomb, and Lin only 1 defense upgrade. Makes a trip to the shop once more with all the gold that he saved up. Kodo surrounded immediately. That's a big one. But Blade Master is back with the heal scroll.
Keeper. There was an Ensnare there, dude. He could have died, maybe. There's a staff, but that is not a guarantee. Ensnare flying on the Alchemist. Dude, this battle just keeps raging.
Amazing.
Both players keep losing units, but Kaho has way more gold now.
Yeah, that's a 5-minute fight. So stressful. Who has the better nerves? Keeper moves back to the shop for a heal potion. Otherwise, he has nothing to work with. 2,000 gold! Remo, what the hell? The micro of Kaho, absolutely fantastic. But what about the macro?
Yeah, seems he has enough time, though, to still get out these units. Finally getting Ultra Vision late into the game. But it's going to be helpful for future endeavors. But nighttime's going to be over very soon. And it was just barely enough moon juice to hold on. Impressive hold by Kaho. Some really nice moves. And Lin didn't quite have enough to break through there in the main base. The plan was take out the production buildings, kill the whole army, and then kill the main. And I wonder, one shot, couldn't have one shot made a big difference there?
One shot, one opportunity. That's everything you ever wanted. Except
great item there as well.
For a lag-free stream. Do you? Come on, fix it. Yeah. Endurance aura, movement speed, always appreciated. Just like the sub by Philo G. Thank you for the 31 month.
Engines of War found again. Production getting crippled once more, but Kaho now in a position to counter attack. And there is no reinforced defenses. Lin will have to TP home, won't he?
Oh, he doesn't have one. He can staff, he can move to the shop. That's what the Blade Master's doing. How much damage can he do beforehand? He rebuilds more Ancients of War. Are we going for the throat immediately? Nope. First for the burrows. Acid Bomb on the peons. And of course, this is triggering only a staff right now. Kaho is not falling for it. The nerves on this young kid. Shadow Hunter surrounded. Oh, he needs the blade. He needs the army. It's not coming. The blade is too late. The Shadow was supposed to be the savior, but he's just down. And as so often on Concealed Hill, Hunts get rid of an orc base. but it's a trade. The second base by Kaho is also gone. Lumber is an issue, but there's a town portal. You have to finish this Great Hall and then defend.
Did pillage finish? Yup, it did. Just barely. I don't think there's any peons on the map. Without peons, you can't make more buildings. This is it. What you see is what you get. Lynn's gonna lose all of his buildings. There's no way he wins this race in time. Lynn has to tap out. GG. Kaho, the young gun, gets the 1-0. Lynn experimenting with walkers. And that experiment doesn't work out today.
My god, all that ladder grind is paying off. Kaho with the big win on the neutral map against one of the tip-top favorites of this tournament. And that now means Happy, 1-2-0, and Lynn all show weaknesses, all lose maps in the group stage. But my god, this micro by Kaho. I know a certain German caster who's constantly attacking Night Elves for their lack of micro.
For good reason.
What do you think he's saying now?
Kaho's mechanics are really good. He's like this new school type of Night Elf player from China, following the footsteps of Colorful. He doesn't have the strategic genius that oftentimes is displayed by other elves like Lawlight and Moon, but what he does have is the fundamentals. He does have the micro. I won't criticize him for that, and he could rely on that here. Lynn, yeah, simply not having the right timings, not quite strong enough on level 3. The Walker push, it seemed like it was almost enough, but there was just barely enough healing. There was just barely enough hunters. There was just barely enough stuff for Kaho to hold on. Honestly, I think if Lynn just plays Shaman, counter expansion, he would have had a great chance to win this game, but maybe getting a bit too cute for his own good.
Yeah, I was very surprised seeing this Walker play. Very unusual. But that is the good thing for us. We get Turtle Rock again, and I love myself some Night Elf versus Orc on Turtle Rock. You know it by now. Come on, bring the big guns, bring the tier 3s. Can't wait to see more of that.
On Turtle Rock, like we saw before, expanding is very difficult. It seems like oftentimes you are forced here to play something other than Huntresses. That could be Talons, that could be Dryads, that could be Bears, although Dryads and Bears are rather on the unlikely side. This is a very popular Talon map. Lynn has to be aware that that's a possibility. And we all hope that Lynn's going to win this one and bring us to map 3.
More Warcraft is always more good, Remo. It feels like we take a little break here, waiting for the game to continue, for the series to continue. And yeah, this is now 3 maps in a row for Kaho in matches versus Lynn. Can he make it 4 and maneuver himself into a prime position in Group C? Because if you defeat Lynn 2-0, the group stage win is almost yours.
Would still have to get past Focus, and then we're going to have to count the maps in the end. But yeah, this would be certainly quite the statement. And as we mentioned before, he's been able to do it. He's been able to do it multiple times, has Kaho, and that is something that not many players can say for themselves. The win rate between those two is very even. Today, the winner will take it in his favor. And Kaho showed up to impress so far. Sky's the limit for this young gun today.
Exactly. He, I don't know how many accounts he has, but he's top 4 on the ladder. Given the fact that Happy has all top 3 accounts on the ladder, that makes him top 2 on the ladder. He's a workhorse, man. Not only talented, but grinding games. And that pays off. Pays off big time. For a long time, Focus was the stable number 2. Not anymore, though. Here we go. Turtle Rock it is. Match points Kaho versus the War Chief.
We are cross map again. We have the young gun Kaho in the bottom right, going for an Ancient of War here, which is looking indeed very standard as far as creep route goes. Lynn in the top left. Blade Master. Keeper. Nothing too surprising here. Earlier, when we saw Focus play, he was playing pretty passive early game, creeping a lot.
Alright, here we are. Don't know where Remo Demo is, but maybe disconnect or something. Here we have it. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom real quick. We got a Blade Master. We got a Keeper once more. Ancient of War. Not with it alive. We got Slippers. Okay. And Lyn once more holding on to the town portal. And tier 2 pretty much right away. Very harass heavy. Can he get some success here? The creep route, pretty straightforward. It's turtles into ogres. That's the level 2. But not if the Blade Master can get some last hits. Close. Close. Ooh, gets it. That's 20% of a level. Item stolen as well. Lyn with a phenomenal early game already. If he takes out some treants, that is absolutely wonderful. But they're all denied by Kaho so far. Exclamation marks on both sides. In Kaho's case, literal. But now what? Circled on the blade as well. Loving Lyn's position here. For the time being. He builds the shop now. Gets a burrow out. And that is halfway to tier 2. Huge advantage in the tech department. And the Blade Master, he loves to be in the Night Elf base. And that is far open. And the Wisp Hunt is on. Remo is still AWOL. Okay, Wisp, or the base is blocked actually by the 2 Shadow Melted Archers. There's no dust. And we keep on lagging here, guys. There we go. We go back to the Ogre camp to move towards the level 3 Keeper. Is the Blade Master in time again? Maybe for one of these trolls that would delay level 2. That would deny level 2, gets it with the backstab. Extraordinary timings for June Park. And we see talents, don't we? No Hunter Soul. As so often on Turtle Rock, you force the Night Elf into talents. And here is probably where Lyn thrives. With his exceptional radar micro, he always finds the connection to talents, tears them apart, and levels from there. Is it gonna be Shaman this time? No. He saw the building positioning. That's always an indicator for talents, as you want to wall off your base as much as possible. And then it's walkers again with the late raiders, but they will be there in masses. There we go. Beastery slapped down, as well as the Shadow Hunter, who's in progress. And wait a minute, that is a Hunter's Hall. Sneaky Kaho, building positioning as if you play talents but then play dryads?
Hello?
Hello!
Okay, finally. That was weird. Some more bugs today. Nothing new. It's the first time we get to see the Hunter's Hall play, though, right? I mean, not for Huntresses, but just to go for lores then in the end. That is the plan, right?
That must be the plan. But it's also early Nature's Blessing. There's no wisps on the map, though. I am very much confused. Nice little last hit here. Item
yoink
towards the blade again through the roots. Yeah, it's lores. It's dryads.
Why the Nature's Blessing?
Is there? Wait, I don't know. I mean, it helps treants.
Is he gonna AP push?
It's dryads. That's super expensive.
I am intrigued. Very curious where this is gonna go. Not the normal playstyle. This looks more like a foggy strat, you know? It's like something weird that he was cooking up in the lab. Normally Kaho relies on the basics and his skill to carry him through, but now I'm excited to see something else from him.
Alrighty, and yeah, how good are walkers versus mass dryads, Remo?
The answer is pretty bad. They're very good against bears, though.
Let's see about that. For now, it's raiders only. Very, very weird game. Not a flawless early game for Kaho, of course. Level 3 on the Keeper, quite a bit delayed. Level 2 already unlocked with Serpent Ward Seal Wave. Radar Walker coming. And when will Lin figure out that this is Dryads? This could very well be Moon's build with Chemical Rage.
Yeah, seeing no Huntresses for this long is definitely suspicious, but the first thought would be his talents. But that's not the case. Dryads are coming fast and heavy, and I think we just got the answer for the Nature's Blessing as well. It's for the Ancient of War. For creeping. Oh my god, he still loses it. Oh, Kaho. He could have grabbed a lot more had he had the Ancient of War. That's a mistake. That shouldn't really happen.
You know, these turtles are feisty. They're powerful. Can be underestimated. He still gets the big one. Still gets the Wind of Mana Stealing. Still has Acid Bomb. But yeah. Not flawless. Crystal Ball on Lin's side. And he scanned the main and now he knows.
Seeing the Dryads now should trigger fewer walkers. Though you still want to have a few normally. To have Dispel against the Keeper.
Oh, sweet staff. Makes up for the little misplay with the Ancient here. Yeah, Dryad, straight up fight with Dryads is pretty tough to do. We do have the Chemical Rage build, so it is very much like Moon, who we will be seeing tomorrow for the first time in this tournament. In stellar shape, by the way. And this Alchemist packing a punch.
Far up front, perhaps in danger, getting ensnared, has to pass the TP. That will save him. Nice exchange for like, wait, I think he lost a walker there though.
He did.
He was kind of behind enemy lines. That was weird positioning. But when you A-click with the walkers and there's only magic immune units, then sometimes that happens.
The Raider saves were phenomenal though. Everything is very hurt. Is he aiming for the heal scroll? Or the heal rune, I guess it is. A little bit uncharted waters here. Lack of healing in these long fights for Kaho. Needs heal scrolls. And Lin, with an army so hurt, going for the big one nonetheless. Oh, Katga's pipe. You gotta love that for the SH. And the walkers, of course.
That's some good juice. That's some good juice. So is the heal rune. That feels good. Great camp right here for Lin. Creepjack now coming, but perhaps a bit too late.
Yeah, Kaho didn't really anticipate that play by Lin. TP's out. Absolutely worth it. Loses the Raider in the process. Gets the level up on the blade nonetheless. Alchemist needs level 3. ASAP, Ring of Regen, kinda good, but apart from that, inventory super empty. Man, this is a 50-50 game with a small edge to Lin, who's switching gears now into Pillage.
And Kaho on his way to the Bears. Doesn't have supply open though. Only Dryads at the moment. 1-1 upgrades. We'll have to trade them out at some point, I guess. But honestly, I don't feel like Bears are that good against Orc basically ever. When you have the Kodos ready, when you have the Walkers and Raiders ready, it seems like Lin is already prepared to go up against Bears.
I hate to do that, but I gotta agree with you. Walker damage is amazing. Kodos get rid of them easy. You know, if they move forward, you can attack them with Dryads. For base trade, they might be good, but then you can get spikes against it. Definitely a bit problematic of a unit composition for Kaho in the long run. And problematic that my stream keeps on buffering. God damn!
Dude, these Alchemist items would have been so sick for the blade. But that one got all the armor. They would perhaps like to trade inventories.
Yeah, want to make the offer? I think the Alchemist is pretty happy with these as well. Gets more armor.
Double slippers, dude, lol.
And Lin is expanding. Playing the long run. Playing the macro game.
Looking now into upkeep, especially the Shadow Hunter is looking very strong. Blade Master mirror image is pretty surprising. Against Dryads, normally not the best thing.
Town portal away. You can get out of Entangle with it. Maybe that's the play.
True. That's true. Also against Acid Bomb, you know what? That is worth it, actually.
Yeah. Neo making great points in the cast. 1 in a million.
Like every day.
Nah, you liar. You cheeky little. You just say that because it's my birthday. You're just playing nice.
Alright, Lin barreling down the hatch here. Big army for him. The bears are definitely not supposed to get intercepted. That would be painful. An awkward position for Kaho. He has no TP here to get back to his main.
Lin is getting rich just from the Moonwells alone. Bears are not ready yet. Master training still at 50%. Kaho not looking too confident. Trying to open up this tree line. I really like that play, but he has no mana anymore. He needs another Force of Nature to really widen the gap. His Odd now. Snake Pit open. Blade Master under fire, but as we said before, just dashes out with the mirror image. Alchemist low, has a big invo potion and the Ring of Regeneration. That might help. Bears finally in the mix, but what an awkward fighting position and what a feast, a buffet for the Kodos.
Yeah, that was so hard to get the army back together. Lin super smartly realizing how difficult this position was for Kaho. It's too easy, snacks, 8 supply in the belly, while an expansion is coming.
God damn.
We'll be moving to map 3 very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. This didn't work at all. And Lin, what almost a perfect game. Starting off so fine with the creep jack, delaying level 2 on the keeper. And boom, there we go. Spiraling out of control from there. Snowball. And didn't drop the ball at all. Nice little aggressive creeping towards both of the reds. Love every single bit of Lin here.
Yeah, great play by him. His map choice works out in his favor. Turtle Rock definitely pretty complicated for Night Elf to play. Very difficult to be successful there. And yeah, playing lores is still very difficult. It's not impossible against Orc, but it seems like a bit of an uphill battle. For map 3, Kaho has also chosen Twisted Meadows, just like we saw earlier from Foggy. And there, things might look very different, especially the ability to go for expansions here a lot easier.
Thank you for the raid, Leon. Hope you had a fine stream and the best possible temperature for your coffee. Hope to see you tomorrow in the Back to Warcraft Weekly. That was impressive last week. We are on the last map of day 4 of the TP League Grand Finals. $17,500 on the line. And we will see who goes into the second day of Group C with 2 wins and 0 losses. It's going to be the winner of the next map, Kaho or Lin.
Kaho could really throw his towel in the ring. Wait, that's not the right expression. What's that called?
That's
when you
give
want
up.
to announce your presence and want to challenge.
You take the glove.
Throwing the gauntlet? Is that what it is? Maybe. Throwing down the gauntlet. I think that's what it is. Anyways, yeah, if he beats Lin here, Kaho is going to mark himself as one of the players to look out for in this tournament. He has the opportunity still to make it through in first place out of this group of death. And now, one of my favorite maps out there, Twisted Meadows, where we never know what we're going to get. And that's why it's so beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. Has the game started for you already? Because I'm still in the map screen.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has. That is not that great. I'm still in the map screen. I'm not even sure
Wow.
if the stream might just be buffering. I'm just gonna reload. And there we have it, the beauty of Twisted Meadows as the decider of this day. Keeper, it is. Bottom right, upper left. What high stakes here, man.
Blade Master selecting to play a slow early game. It looks like this is going to be a rock golem creep to start things off. That also means that the keeper is going to be given lots of time before he's harassed. And that's ideally what you want to have as the Night Elf. Don't get interfered with until you're level 2, so you have both Treants and Entangle ready. That's when you feel much more in control in the early game, and ideally, you would even love to just freely creep up to 3. Wouldn't that be wonderful? But I doubt Lynn is going to allow that.
Oh yeah, Lynn is not allowing much this series. Opens up with a shop this time, so it's a little bit different. Also, Grunt, he might be going for the lab creep, but I didn't see the base just yet. We'll see how heavy the harass is and how fast he's going into a creeping game. Ancient of War, not denying anything, as one should. And yeah, this is the lab creep indeed. Uncontested, no wisp in position. Small little mistake by Kaho already.
It is very hard to stop this with a wisp, because normally one windwalk and a few right clicks and the wisp is dead and you can just go for the pull. That's why also with an acolyte it's easier, because you have more HP.
As everything is easier for the undead.
Obviously. Just call Nova GG. Exactly. Call Nova game over.
Finally, Remo. Finally. Finally you admit it. We have the Robe of the Magi. This is kinda nice for a half additional Windwalk, but it's definitely not what you want, not the Vamp Aura that Lynn found against Focus. And this is a relatively calm early game for Kaho as well, who's unlocking level 2 for free.
And with the Entangle, the Scout Peon is taken out, and now Lynn is going to be in the dark. Quite literally, once it's going to be nighttime, which is just a little bit away. And this is where it's so hard to stop a Night Elf expansion. Normally it should be getting started very, very soon. But we have, in an attempt to counter, the mirror image. That provides lots of scouting option. And that's the cool thing with the Robe of the Magi as well. There's more intelligence. There's more mana for more mirror images.
Exactly. That's a nice synergy indeed. Huntress build up for Kaho. Early Huntress. Nice little block. A little bit of chip damage. Scouting for the with the mirror image as you suggested. And both on the way to tier 2, Lynn, of course, with a heavy advantage in that regard, because, you know, Huntress Hall, nature of the build. Also, the grunts all kept safe. This is pretty tame so far, and just an indicator of how important this match is.
Expansion coming up now. Ooh, slightly off proxy, close to the lab. I like that. That is very difficult to scout. On this huge map, it's so hard to find out, especially what's going on, specifically during nighttime. This is one of the reasons why the Night Elves like this map quite a bit. They don't have Ultra Vision early anymore nowadays, but of course neither do the Orcs.
And Kaho never did anyway in the first place.
True. Big truers.
Third time this broadcast, Remo is agreeing with me. It's certainly a special day. Staff available for the Blade Master as well. Can of course staff onto the mirror image as well. That's another nice little synergy. Grunts are moving out, scouting for APs, but that's not really Kaho's play, is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen more than 2 tower pushes by Kaho ever. You know, like those sneaky tier 1 tower pushes.
Yeah, not a fan. And I am a fan of Shaman though. They're coming.
Yeah, no walkers anymore. You know, we tried with the walkers. We gave him a chance, but they're being sent back to the cattle ranch. You know, go back to grazing, boys.
Dust on the keeper, no staff. Grunts, of course, still in the base, waiting for the Shadow Hunter for the call, and then some creeping.
Do you see it? Mirror image.
If only we had a vision of the player available. Technology just isn't there yet. The second mirror image might get purged. No, it's saved now. Okay, he sends out the mirror image to confirm.
Oh, he didn't see it. Look where he's scouting.
Blade. The real Blade. He's going for it. He had an idea. But too late.
Alright. He knows. That's worth something. But it's certainly too late to cancel.
Love that hidden archer position. Basically a watcher ward throughout the night at least. And we go lures again.
Lures?
Wow. Hunts into dryads.
Dude, this could be a mountain giant game, possibly.
What?
With 2 base economy, if Lin counter expands, could be.
That is hard.
And also,
to counter.
bears will be stronger just by virtue of there being no walkers this time.
1 lore cancelled for now. Keeper makes its way up to level 3. Demon Hunter second this time. Will of course need some time to level then. Not as good right out of the gate as an alchemist would be, but stronger in the late game. Outside of the ultimate, but you know, nothing's as good as transmute. Yes, observer, seen lore. Damn, 200 APM this boy.
I know that feeling. He's like, make dryads! Where the dryads at?
Reveal, blade, entangle, needs a staff. Is it enough? Oh, 1 more volley would have been the kill. Stressful moments for Lin.
Gauntlets. Saving his ass. Can be valuable in the right moment. So what's Lin gonna do? Counter expansion or all-in push? These are the 2 options. Having cancelled the lore, the push is dangerous, but can sometimes work.
Okay. Yeah, can decide if he wants to play a longer macro game with 2 base, or surgical strike. Is he feeling feisty today? Is he feeling confident in his level 3 Shadow Hunter with the Robe of the Magi and a Wand of Mana Stealing?
Yeah, it's definitely not in a bad position. He picked up the Berserker as well, more piercing damage, level 3 Shadow, level 2 Serpent Wards. He's got the Robe, he's got the Mana Steel. This is gonna be one hell of a tough hold for Kaho.
And we got a hell of a support by 2 new subs. Thank you Incandenza89 for the 10-month resub and Wakaka for the 11-month resub. Golem taking Invo Potion on the Demon. Might just need it if there's a lot of hero focus. These hunts are getting caught. Oh no, Kaho, this is not a good position at all. Ancient of War also falling. Great attack by Lin.
100 at least gets away, but still took lots of damage. Those Serpent Wards, we all are all too aware of what they are against the unarmored units of the Night Elf.
No tech, no mountain giants, only dryads, low lumber. Lin is building a shop. He was listening to your suggestion from Concealed. This shall not happen to him again. And now he's only up against dryads. Raiders deal with them easily. So is the Blade Master and the Berserker. Nicely picking this up. And here is the focus fire on the Keeper of the Grove. There's a town portal, but you don't want a portal from your base into your base. That seems a little inefficient, but he has to go for it. It's daytime and Moon Juice is empty.
Really good position on the Shadow Hunter as well, along with Kin Snares. The Demon Hunter is never getting in range to mana burn the Shadow, which is exactly what the Orc wants. Dryads getting ensnared, getting bitten by the snakes and falling quickly. These Dryads made of paper.
Yeah, they might be poisonous themselves, but they're not immune to these snakes at all. 2 units about to fall. Lin may be overcommitting slightly, but he's getting so much done. And once again, it's towers coming up. Lin wants to decide the series right here, right now.
Invoke for the Demon Hunter is over. Now he is attackable again. Ensnare still at the ready, although not even too many left. Tower cancelled, actually destroyed. It's a bit more experience for the Demon. He's close now to level 3. Kaho falling back, fighting now with the Tree of Ages, trying everything to hold with these Dryads.
Oh, Shaman under attack as well. There's still Serpent Wards. Trades Caster for a Dryad. 2 more Dryads about to fall. This is so chaotic. Level 4 on the Keeper. Lin heavy losses. And Kaho can fall back on his expansion. The Berserker is falling as well. This Raider is about to fall. He's committing so hard to this Keeper of the Grove, but it's relatively easy to save him with some blocks here. No more Windwalk. He's diving so deep. Observer, look at the Keeper. There we go. Oh, dies! Demon Hunter, the last hero for Kaho to save his game in the series.
Fighting with the Dryads, the Demon trying his best. He's surrounded by peons, but he will win that fight, especially with Immolation. Now he's level 3, but the Orc heroes just rampaging away. It's so many corpses, dude. What is going on? This is like a prehistoric mass graveyard. Has to fall back. Shadow Hunter got out with the staff. He's healing up now. And how good is that shop right now?
It is perfect, Remo. Moonwells are falling, and with all the gold that Kaho is getting, He can't even spend it. Needs the keeper back, but that's 90 seconds on an altar that can easily be sniped if he wants to. Lin, more attacks, more moonwells, all destroyed, base in shambles, and so is Kaho.
Buying all the potions he can for the Demon Hunter, sold the Periapt. That's basically only one Demon Hunter to save the day. 30 supply, he's blocked there. Lin, with this all in, seems to be successful in the end, but Kaho, he almost held, he almost made it work. But now with 24 supply only, it must be impossible.
850 gold, oh if only you could spend them. One Demon Hunter to rule them all, but how do you do that when you're under the net and under the knife? Shadow Hunter still so much mana, can cover his back as one should. With Serpent Wards, that is heal ward as well. And the Demon Hunter is not the carry he wants it to be. Kaho, big disappointment visible on the player cam, and Lit loses a map, but not a series. 2-0 after day 1 of his group, and he is a force to be reckoned with and stays one of the top contenders for the TP.